Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. Just dropped Charlie off. As I told you in my last video, he's a little bit sick to his stomach, so I'm out here. I'm on a run to buy him some probiotics try to get his tummy together. He's not doing good that way, but other than that, he's doing good. But before I get in there and start shopping for probiotics and chocolate that I don't need because I'm on a diet, you know, today Netanyahu and President Trump had their first real meeting. And so all of the anti-Israel shit's starting to crop up again. I see it all over the internet, see it on the news. It chaps my freckled ass every time it happens. I've made videos before about Israel, and I'm going to make another one. So just suck it the fuck up, Buttercup. Here we go. Try to make it quick, because my Charlie's waiting for me at home. If you have never, ever been to Israel, you probably have a preconceived idea of what it's like. So I'm here to straighten you the fuck out. And those that have been to Israel, you just back me up on this, because none of this is bullshit. It's all legit. Mind you, when I was there, it wasn't for pleasure. I was on business. I was on an assignment, and it was during the height of the Second Intifada, which means that there was a lot of attacks and shit going on, so there weren't a lot of tourists there. I mean, I think there were no tourists there. They were getting attacked from their peaceful neighbors, I think on two sides anyways. Artillery from the north, Lebanon, and your usual bullshit coming in from the territories on the east. If you have ever been to Southern California, picture that, like high desert, mountainy kind of region. The weather of Southern California, the beaches of Southern California, get that in your head. If you reach down and could unplug Southern California and take it over to the shithole that is the Middle East, picture Libya, Syria, fucking Jordan for that matter, any of them, even the ones that are wealthy, they all look like shit in my humble opinion. And if you plug that chunk of Southern California down in the middle of that fucking cap box, that would be Israel. It doesn't look, smell, taste, or feel like any other country in that region. I haven't been to all of them, but I've been to Egypt, I've been to Ethiopia, I've been around the world. Go on YouTube and just look at Syria, look at any of them. You can look at Syria before the war. They all have that I'm in hell feel to them. Look, I'm sorry if you happen to be from Syria and I'm offending you. I'm just fucking being honest here, all right? All of the countries that surround Israel, including our great friends Egypt, feel when you go there, you know you're in another fucking part of the world. You know it. Because if you're in a group, there's a good chance some of you are going to diss a fucking peer. You know? I mean, that's just the reality. They hate your fucking guts. It doesn't matter, you know, every one of those fucking countries is burning American flags and usually burning American and Israeli flags together. When the first thing that struck me when I got to Israel, there are a lot of things struck me, but one of the first things was, and I doubt it's still like this because I think Obama probably fucked this up, but everywhere I went there was American flags. And I remember I was like very confused by that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Why is there American flags everywhere? And, you know, I asked guys in the military and law enforcement, the people I was out there to work with, and they were like, hey, you know, we're like brothers in this world of terror and all this other bullshit. I mean, they really sincerely like Americans. Now, the anti-Israeli closet fucking Zion, anti-Zionist fucking anti-Israeli Jew haters are going to say, yeah, they like us because we give them so much money. How much money have we given Saudi Arabia? Why don't you just do a search and see how much money we've given the so-called Palestinians? How much money have we given fucking every country, whether they hate us or not? We ought to fucking stop giving money to people that want to see us dead and start giving it. If we're going to give it to anybody, give it to the Israelis. Are Israelis perfect people? Fuck no. They're some of the rudest cockbiters I've ever run into in the history of my motherfucking life. I happen to be a sensitive motherfucker. Like, if I think you don't like me, I fucking get hurt. And the way my hurt and pain manifests itself is I rip your fucking throat out and I shit in your open wound. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get better. But I wasn't in Israel more than a fucking day or two before I asked the dude that was with me, first name Uri, I won't give you the last name. He's got a history. Interesting. Fucking hero. I asked him, I literally, because I'm a pretty upfront dude, you know, and it just took me just a very short time before I said, hey, Uri, what the fuck is wrong with you people, man? Why are you guys so rude? And he goes, oh, you noticed that. And he went on to talk about this is years ago, man, many years ago, but I can't remember the fruit, but he named a fruit that was real spiky on the outside and real sweet on the inside, and that's how they described themselves. But he gave an excuse, you know, that made sense. He said, you know, we've been hated everywhere we've ever been our entire lives. People fucking hate Jews, and if they don't know who to hate and can't hate anyone else, they just hate Jews. I'm paraphrasing. But, you know, they were almost, you know, wiped out to extinction. But, you know, let's face it, man, the Jews have it fucked. Although I don't consider myself Jewish at all, my father is Jewish, and on his side of the family, I have a great grandfather named Shalom, who died in the Holocaust. He's just one of many of my family that died in the Holocaust on my dad's side. But you know, that doesn't have anything to do with. I mean, I've got, as you guys have seen, I've got a big cross tattooed on my arm, and I wear a cross, and I'm not Catholic. I'm not Orthodox Christian. I'm my own version of Christianity, you know, without getting into religious stuff. I believe in a grand creator of the universe, and I believe that God is everybody's God. And when I pray to Jesus. I think Jesus was the Son of God, just like I'm the Son of God and you're the son or daughter of God. But I think Jesus was an enlightened soul. But that's getting off into the weeds. I always wanted to say that. I saw that on the news. Well, let's not get into the weeds. I always feel like I'm bass fishing. So yeah, there's some rude motherfuckers, but you know, they got a right to be. Nobody on earth fucking likes them. And you can't, when you ask them to articulate why, well, they control the media. They control all the banks, you little Nazi cocksucker. Shut the fuck up. It's jealousy is what I think it is. I think people are jealous because they don't control shit because they're too stupid or too lazy. And you know what? Yamakazov to the Jews if they're the ones that get into a fucking town and take over the banking and the media. That's called being smart, you cockbiters. You don't hate motherfuckers just because you're too lazy to fucking do shit they do. If I had any... That guy's gonna hit that car. Motherfuck me, that's close. I'm in a parking lot. But if I had any reason to be pissed off at Israel, it would be for what they did to the fucking the USS, I think it was the Liberty. They attacked one of our ships, man, tried to kill our people, and they did kill people. They killed Americans. So Israel, fuck you for doing that. But I'm not going to condemn the whole country for that. No way. You know, it's like Trump said, you know, are we really innocent of anything? We've done our share of fuck-ups, and a lot of people have died because of us. But, you know, it's the governments, like anything else, that fuck up. Netanyahu, I'm a big fucking fan of Netanyahu's. I love the dude, man. I mean, he's a fucking hero. He's a combat veteran. He's a real leader. He loves his country. And the fact of the matter is, it's like he said today. And I'll say this, because every video I make about Israel, I always throw this out there, because this is fucking pure fact. Commit this to memory, you Jew-hating cocksuckers. If Israel laid down all of its weapons, melted them down today, and got rid of all its nukes, everything, it wouldn't exist in 2 days. Conversely, if all of its Muslim and Arab neighbors laid down their weapons and stopped threatening and teaching their kids to hate Israel and kill Jews, life would go on. Nothing would change. Everybody'd live in peace and happiness. That's the bottom fucking line. Everything else is just bullshit. The bottom line is, you got fucking people that call themselves the Palestinians who if you look at their TV, their cartoons are kids teaching kids how to hate Jews. Their math books are how many Jews can you kill, if you kill 6 here and Sioux there, how many did you kill? Fuck them. You know, there are Arabs, tons and tons and tons of Arabs living in Israel. Most of you Jew haters don't even realize that. You go down and you walk the streets of Tel Aviv, or you go walk the narrow fucking scary ass thin streets of Jerusalem, which is a beautiful city, but motherfuck, a lot of people have died there. you see a ton of fucking Arabs, man. These are Muslim people, many of them, you know, that pray to Allah, and they live under the flag of Islam, or Israel, and they enjoy the peace and freedom of Israel. They work, and every now and again one fucking decides that he's not being a good Muslim, so he fucking hacks his fucking employer to death, you know, or drives his car through the bus stop. This is the shit they gotta, you know, but you know, ask any fucking Muslim where he would rather live. Would he rather live under Sharia or live under the Israeli flag? If there's any witnesses, he's going to tell you he wants to live under Sharia. If he's all alone and he can be guaranteed anonymity, can't say that word, he would say, I would much rather prefer to live under the Star of David, because that way I would not have to be worried about losing my head every day and every second of every minute of every hour of every week of every month of every year of every, you know, see what I'm saying? But, you know, they're never going to tell you that. It's a damn good impersonation, I think. It's probably getting too dark for you to even see me. But, yeah, don't fucking hate on Israel until you learn a little bit about it. And if you haven't been there, I suggest you go there. That is a spiritual fucking place, I'm going to tell you right now, man. The other thing I noticed is right when I got off the plane, I could feel a tension that you could cut with a knife. You know, they're under a lot of fucking tension over there, so I guess they have a right to be rude. But they got the hottest fucking women I've ever seen, because they're all mixes and like different European mixes, and this old lady's looking at me like, what the fuck is he talking to? It's called technology, Granny. Don't make me get out of this fucking car. I know it's a truck. Don't correct me in front of people. An old hag. But that's it. Look, man, I gotta go get some probiotics. You probably can't see me. It's darker than a motherfucker in here. I love you. I don't know if the video made sense. I don't think I gave it a good ending, but you know what? Deal with it. LMS Tactical, I'm out.